What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mr. Investor YouTube channel. Got a VeChain video for you guys today. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Looking at CoinGecko here, the price of VeChain is sitting at 12.7 cents, up 4.7% for the day. We seem to be grabbing along lately, or a little bit as of today. Hopefully, we're about to break upwards, depending on how Bitcoin moves. Unfortunately, we're at the mercy of Bitcoin. But assuming Bitcoin goes up, which I believe it will, because the bull run's not over, we should see VeChain go up in value as well. Financial advice. But looking at VeChain stats here, so we almost hit 300,000 for the third day in a row. I'm just gonna call it 300,000 because it was 400 clauses off. It's close enough for me. So 300,000 clauses for the last 3 days, and every single day note shown on here, except for today's, it just started technically, is over 200K. So the VeChain mainnet is up and firing. We had another X node get destroyed here. We scroll down, take a look, and boom, another Strength X. So your Strength X node, if you have one, has just become more valuable. Let's get into some of the news here. So this is from Eisenreich on Twitter. Um, 10 cent QQ, also known as QQ, is a big time website. Offers a whole bunch of different things: online social games, music, shopping, blogging, movies, group and voice chat software. I guess it's a huge thing, but it's also the world's fifth most visited website. Whereas at the end of March 2020, there were 768 million accounts active on this website. So this website is visited, it's well known, and people go to it often. Why is that significant? Well, here it says, or the highlight or the title, one of the world's well-known blockchain solution to fight the new crown. That's Corona, by the way, COVID. The COVID virus pandemic is one of the most difficult periods in human history and has also magnified many inefficiencies in the medical industry on a global scale: management uncertainty, manual processing of medical data, fraud and identity theft, vaccine distribution, and logistical nightmares such as manual detection and other low efficiency issues have seriously challenged the medical systems of various countries. The use of blockchain technology in the healthcare sector is not a universal method to solve the above problems. However, it can help improve some systems and processes and become part of helping to achieve a safer, healthier, and more privacy oriented world. Up to now, blockchain technology has been applied in the global fight against the coronavirus and has played a rare value. So the translation may not be exact. This was in Chinese, but it's close enough. And it goes on to list the blockchain applications that are helping to track and fight COVID. And what's significant here is if you go down here to this little infographic, there is VeChain listed on this infographic, which is really cool to see. Um, Specifically mentioned the government of San Marino. If you've been following VeChain, you're aware that it is the vaccine pass that is running on VeChain for the government of San Marino. But if you scroll here, it even talks about it. The government of San Marino has approved the globally verifiable VeChain ENFT vaccination certificate, and this was announced, I believe, the first day of July. Could be wrong, but I know it was the very early of July. Then it goes on to say technology used. The government of San Marino uses VeChain's Thor public blockchain. The vaccination passport used contains records of past infections, negative test results, and provides a digital vaccination certificate. So this is a major website, fifth most visited in the world. Has VeChain listed here as a COVID solution for vaccine tracking as an app, and I think it's pretty significant. Next news. This is from Delhi Market News, and the title of this article is Oatman Farms Premium Provisions Partners with Producers Market and VeChain to Ramp Up Blockchain Technology. It goes on to say that since the onset of the pandemic, one of the hobbies that many consumers picked up was baking, especially making sourdough. The boom of sourdough starter how to's quickly took over, and those that wanted to partake without the fuss turned to Oatman Farms Premium Provisions. The Arizona based farm brought sourdough mixes to the market that quickly became a staple during COVID-19 restrictions. To further up its blockchain capabilities amidst the pandemic, the bakery provider turned to Producers Market and VeChain. Producers Market, which uses VeChain, is the creator of Storybird, An application triggered via QR code or e-commerce integration that connects a consumer to the supply chain story of the product they're seeking to learn more about or purchase. And the quote is that Oatman Farms launched Storybirds for its farm and organic baking mixes because Storybird allows us to showcase and differentiate our farming practices, ingredients, and finished products with clarity, flair, and transparency. And then it has a nice little quote here from Zia. But before that, it says producers market selected VeChain to support blockchain integration with Storybird due to its easy to deploy, cost effective, and scalable design. The quote goes on to say that we are happy to offer a reliable and cost effective approach for our long term partner producers market to address the challenge of their clients. As the leading enterprise public blockchain, VeChain's technology has been used to boost transparency and track products in the wide reaching supply chain and will be supporting more onboarding brands in the future. With producers market and VeChain working behind the scenes, Oatman Farms can focus on what it does best, producing its delicious whole grain nutrient dense baking mixes using heritage wheats and modern varieties for baking novices and aficionados alike when ensuring that customers' transparency and a good story is baked into each fresh loaf that comes out of the oven. So, just another integration using Producers Market, which runs on VeChain. Love to see it. Next, ReSea. Big fan of this project here. For those that don't know, they're cleaning up waste, plastic waste specifically, from the oceans, and they're scanning it all and tracking it all with DNV, which uses VeChain. And since January of this year, they have officially crossed 1.5 million pounds of plastic recovered from oceans and rivers. That is insane. And just for the month of July alone, 315,000 pounds. That is the equivalent of more than 35 million plastic bottles or 70 million plastic bags. And they're really doing a good service for this earth. So kudos to them. I hope they continue to thrive and I hope they grow bigger and just the fact that it's all on VeChain just makes it that much more exciting. Last little piece of news here. This is just from China. Um, with the announcement yesterday that VeChain launched the carbon software as a service, um, carbon footprint initiative, and they specifically mentioned helping China. I thought this was important to include in this video. China to include carbon-based materials into key industrial development plan. China will incorporate carbon-based materials into the national 14th five-year plan for the raw material industry. Incorporates silicon carbide composite materials and carbon-based composite materials into the industrial technology innovation related development plan in an effort to achieve near-term breakthroughs in core technology subject to international restrictions. The move also aims to improve the quality of new carbon-based materials as well as to promote industrial chain modernization. And then it just goes on to talk about a little bit of the carbon stuff here. It says that the support to the carbon-based materials also comes amid U.S. sanctions on technology exports to China. And then the semiconductor industry is now a national top priority. The 14th five-year plan calls for an increase in research and development spending of more than 7% annually in those 5 years, focusing on key technology areas including semiconductors. So the 14th five-year plan is being mentioned quite a bit between VeChain and China, carbon, and I just think that hopefully VeChain does get a solid footing in the role of tracking and trading and onsetting carbon and putting all that information onto a marketplace. So we'll see what happens, but again, I'm bullish. I like what I'm seeing here, and I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. We have to be patient. Just sit back, relax, stack your VeChain. Just do what I'm doing, taking the VTHO that you generate from holding vet, put it back into VeChain, just compound it. Compound and relax is what I'm calling it. But guys, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the comment, give a comment, whether it is good feedback, bad feedback, just drop a comment and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at the Mr. Investor. I will put all of these links in the description down below. And until next time, we will see you then.